Hey everybody, welcome back to Cardboard in the Rough. I'm Justin,
And I'm Corey.
and we are playing through The Light in the Mist. Today we did a little preparation ahead of time, and we actually got the cards ready. So we have Justice and Wheel of Fortune. I think we're just going to jump right in.
Yeah.
And we'll start with Justice.
Alright, so Justice only has 4 cards. Let's see what's going on with this. Go
Alright.
ahead and read it.
You come upon 3 trees, each with a set of scales hanging off the branches and a series of cups decorated with skulls, snakes, and swords. You're pondering the answers they hold when you hear the old woman's voice again. Overflowing regrets can weigh down a soul, but converting memories is tricky. Make sure you think in terms of objects rather than numbers, and know that all elements can be translated through violence before the truth is found. The question is, how much heart will it take to release these memories?
Looking at the Justice card, which is blind, there's cups with symbols on them. It looks like this snake is duplicated, but that's the only one. The others are some combination of those, of the other things. So, swords, snakes, skulls, and this is snake, skull, and swords turned sideways. And this is swords with a snake through it, and this is skulls, but only some of them with a snake. And on this tree, this is the only one with hearts.
Make sure you think in terms of objects rather than numbers, and know that all elements can be translated through violence before the truth is found.
Just a thing to note here. This is probably because it's of cups, but there's cups in the branches.
Oh, I like that. I didn't even notice.
Yep. It's the amount of cups per each card, I believe.
Probably.
Not exactly, but it's close.
Well, are you counting the cups that are on the...
I am now. It matches. That is neat.
How much heart will it take to release one of these memories? So I think it's about the weight of the hearts, maybe?
Also, A is 1 heart, B is 2 hearts, C is 3 hearts.
Okay.
Don't know if that applies to this puzzle, but it might.
I think it probably does. That may be part of the weighing system. Like once we figure out how much the hearts weigh, maybe get some values that way. I'm gonna grab the notebook. I think what it's implying with all these scales is that a sword and a skull is equal to the weight of 2 snakes. And so here we have 2 snakes and 2 skulls is equal to the weight of a skull and 5 swords.
Okay.
And then here we have a sword and 2 hearts is equal to the weight of 2 skulls. And so maybe we can work back from there the weight of a heart, and then we can convert these symbols into hearts, essentially. I think it's just like a math sort of puzzle.
I bet you're right.
You know, we have used up a decent amount of this notebook.
Oh, that's good.
It distresses me a bit.
I know.
Just because I like to have...
He's a hoarder.
Hoarder is a strong...
Sorry. A notebook aficionado and also not user.
I'm just a notebook not user.
Collector without
Yeah, I'm not even
enjoying.
an aficionado.
It's just a better word.
Alright, let's decide on some terms here. So we have swords, skulls, and snakes, all S's.
And heart.
And heart. So how do we want to represent these? We could do sword, skull, and snake. We also have 2 sleepy dogs that are hanging out in here with us. So you may hear them at some point.
Groaning.
Reyes does that. When she is falling asleep, she groans like an old man.
Yes. And the more
sometimes-
annoyed she is that we haven't gone to sleep yet, the louder the groan.
Sometimes in the middle of the night, too, she'll just wake up and groan.
It's convenient.
Okay, so we have, and I guess I'll move this over here. Let's see
What's going on?
what we're writing. Do you want to write them down?
Sure.
Okay. It's just a little closer to you. It might be easier.
Okay. So
sword plus skull equals 2 snake.
Okay. And then
5 sword. I think it's 5. 5 sword plus skull equals 2 snake plus 2 skull.
I don't know that they want us to do algebra, but I'm on board with this so far.
Okay, well, if you have a different idea, we
Oh,
can
no,
pursue a different path.
I'm just thinking of the average person.
The average person is not playing Light in the Mist.
True. Okay. 2 heart.
Plus sword equals 2 skull. So, you can take a skull off of, how did you write these? The 5 sword, 2 skull one. So you have, wait, 5 sword, 1, no, that's just an S, sorry. So you can remove a skull from both sides. 5 swords equals 2 skull.
2
Sorry,
snakes
2
plus...
snake plus 1 skull.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have on the other one 2 snake equals 1 sword, 1 skull. So maybe that's what we should have removed instead, is if you take a sword and a skull off of the left, so you have 4 swords. 4 swords would be equal to 2 skulls. It's been a while since I've had algebra, and this is not easy. So 1 skull is equal to 2 swords, right? You just divide by 2?
Yep.
Okay, so if 1 skull is 2 swords,
Then 2 skulls is 4 swords.
2 hearts is, what is that?
3 swords?
3 swords.
Neat. Now I'm trying to figure out what we do with this information.
So 3 swords
Mm-hmm.
is 2 hearts. 2 hearts is B. The first letter is B. This is
All right.
That's where I'm going with this.
I remember what we're doing.
Okay, sorry, you got lost in the weeds there.
Yes. Okay, so you're right. 3 swords is 2 hearts is B for the first letter. And
So-
then 1 snake is 2 swords.
Is that an M? I think, no, that's a skull. One skull is 2
Oh.
swords.
Okay, so 1 snake. Do we have that conversion yet?
We don't have that yet.
Okay, so 2 hearts equals 3 swords. We have 1 snake equals 2 swords. Skull equals 2 swords, and then for the snake,
So I have a skull is 2 swords, right?
yeah, skull is 2 swords.
So you got 7 swords versus 4 swords and 2 snakes.
Hang on, I'm getting there.
Okay.
A snake, 1 skull is.
Oh, we don't even have, they can't even see this.
It's pretty involved.
They might want to know.
So, 1 skull is 2 swords. So then 3 swords equals 2 snakes. Equals 2 hearts.
What equals 2 hearts? 1 snake?
No, 3 swords equals 2 snakes. 3 swords equals 2 hearts. Never mind. No, yes, it's a thing. So 1 heart equals 1 snake. I'll write this down.
Okay, I didn't follow that, sorry. But you're in the weeds, and I'll let you be in the weeds.
I'm writing this down there.
So we should get a conversion to get a number for each unit in terms of hearts. So 1 snake is 1 heart. 1 sword is how many hearts?
It's an odd number. Because it's 2 hearts equals
So
3 swords.
1 and a half?
Yeah.
Well, I would write it down. That way we can just multiply it out. And then 1 skull is how many hearts? So 1 skull is 2 swords. 2 swords. 3 hearts? We did that backwards. It's not 1 and a half. It's 0.6. 0.6 hearts is 1 sword. Sorry. It's not 3/2, it's 2/3. It is 0.6 hearts equals 1 sword. 0.6 repeating.
Okay, and then snake.
Snake is 1 heart.
Oh,
we have
skull we don't have.
But 1 skull is 2 swords, which is 2/3 times 2, 4/3, 1.3. If you want to do it in a decimal.
I like fractions.
We can do fractions.
No, decimals are more useful. I'm just noting.
Okay.
So 1.3 hearts equals
1 skull. Okay, so now let's just go through and multiply these. So, and see if we get anything.
Okay. So 1 snake.
3 times 0.6 is 2, which is B for the first one. Sorry, and I was starting at the beginning. And then 1 snake is 1 heart, which is A. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skulls.
Which is 1.3.
1.3. So that's 12.
A, B, C, D.
L.
Okay.
Oh, it's balance.
I bet you're right.
So we already have 1 snake.
So then it's A again.
A again. And then we have
12 plus
things. 12 plus 3 swords, which was so 2, so 14. And
yeah. And then
2 plus a snake makes 3.
for C. And then 3 skulls.
3, 5 is E. Yep.
It is balance.
Boom.
Okay. It felt silly as we did that, as if that was too involved, but it seemed correct.
I don't know, I don't think that one was that involved.
It wasn't hard, but it just feels strange that there is this algebra.
So we didn't do that kind of algebra on, I think it was the very first puzzle we did, the one with the plants and the rose petals.
That is true.
Or the flower petals, but it was very similar.
It wasn't the first puzzle we did, because the first puzzle we did was
Begin.
the begin.
I think it was the first real puzzle we did, maybe.
That's true. That one did have it more involved math to it. So.
Okay, there's only one answer.
And
that is number 58.
58.
Boom.
There we go. Okay, so let me write
we
that.
had a pretty good time on that one.
Yeah, that actually was not bad. Okay.
Just had to, dust the cobwebs off of the algebra brain there.
Off the old. Well, you wouldn't say ticker, that's a heart. Off the old pink sponge inside us.
Anyway, you ready to buy a vowel?
Funny.
Alright, we are on Wheel of Fortune now. So I will go ahead and read this one. You find yourself surrounded by a series of unusual animals, each morphing into the next. As you stare at the creature with the regal mane, you feel its many gazes guiding you to turn around the circle. As the animals face you in the center of the circle, you find yourself rotating forward and back several times in what feels like an endless circuit. You manage to pick up some understanding before making it all the way back around.
I'm glad we finally get to do this card, because I like the weird animals that are on these cards, and they have letters on them, so clearly we'll find the which way the animal goes, and then that'll determine the letter and stuff, but...
Yeah, I have been wanting to deal with these creepy creatures.
Yes. Okay, so this looks like this hog here.
It's both. It's a hog and a lion.
Okay. Hog and lion, and then this is a lion into a...
Owl or a bird.
We have a bat.
Do we not have any other birds? I guess not.
I don't think so.
So I think this goes in the middle, and I think we're going to put these cards around it.
I think you're right. That goes there.
Are you doing it by their head?
Yes.
Okay,
because that's what's shown here.
that makes sense.
Oh, these are owl heads.
Well, now that should go here then.
Yes. And then this butt
I think you can just put them like
is a horse
or a
or
deer.
goat. We have a goat.
It could be a goat, yeah.
And this is a bison booty. This is a goat butt. This is a bat head. These are cattails, lizard. This is deer.
Ah, there's deer. Okay.
Deer.
And then bat.
Yes. And then cat. And then
Iguana.
lizard. Goat.
And yeah, that's a
Boar.
A boar. Yeah. Okay. I think we have them in the right order. That's kind of cool.
I like that.
I like how that morphs together.
Morphology.
Animorphs.
Animorphs.
I don't know.
Anyway, so now how do we read this?
Well, we've got 3 C's in a row.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking
And 2 L's.
something strange here.
I will reread this because it did say we would, after making sense of it, go in some circles. As you stare at the creature with the regal mane, so that's the lion, you feel its many gazes guiding you to turn around the circle. So 3 gazes, so maybe we go 3 times.
We'll keep going.
Okay.
Read it again.
The whole thing? Or?
Yes.
You find yourself surrounded by a series of unusual animals, each morphing into the next. As you stare at the creature with the regal mane, you feel its many gazes guiding you to turn around the circle. As the animals face you in the center of the circle, you find yourself rotating forward and back several times in what feels like an endless circuit. You manage to pick up some understanding before making it all the way back around.
Because at first I was like, oh, we just follow the direction of their heads. Why is there that many C's in a row?
Okay, so C, 2, 3 is Y, and there's only one of those, and we were going clockwise, he's facing the other way. I think it would still be this way, maybe, I don't know.
He's reversed, so do we...
He is reversed, but I'm not sure, like, how those are going to be. Maybe we should orient them like they are on here.
I don't know that that'll make a difference. We can.
See, now he's facing the other way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, C, Y, C. It's gonna be like cyclical or something.
Okay.
Oh, calling it. That's it. It is cyclical. 1,
yep,
2, 3.
you're right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You said CY.
Yeah, C, Y, C, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, L, 1, 2, I, 1, 2, 3, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 1, 2, L. Back to the beginning.
Well, that was pretty good.
Okay, so this one, make sure it only has one solution. It was number 10, submit, 1, cyclical, number 79.
There we go.
Boom. Alright. I think those might have been our fastest 2 puzzles that we've done.
I liked both of those.
I did too. Even though we got to the answer pretty quickly, they didn't feel
Too easy.
too easy. Yeah, I liked them. I liked both of those.
Yeah, I liked how this one was weird morphy animals, and
Definitely.
that is a highlight. I've been looking forward to figuring out what these weird morphy animals have been for a while. And also, it was a good idea to turn to the actual wheel
Well, you suggested that at first, and I was like, no, we don't need to, and then I realized I didn't know which direction they were supposed to be pointing. So.
Yeah, so that worked out.
Yep. Well, thanks for joining us. This was a fairly quick episode relative to some of our others. So, we're Cardboard in the Rough. We'll see you next time.
Bye.